This morning I'm working in the shadow of Mount Ellen and Mount Abraham and working on a long driveway. And this is about 18 or 1900 feet long from the end of the road all the way to the house. It's not in bad shape, it's just it needs some maintenance. It's been a lot of years since there's been any new material, and it needs a little ditching. So we're going to be ditching all the way down through pretty much the entire uphill side of this. Has some ditching that needs to be cleaned out. The first part of the process will be replacing two culverts. There's one right here, and there's one down there where the road goes through the woods. They're both in pretty bad shape. That one down there has holes right through it. This one is right at the surface. So I'll pull these out first thing and set this new one a little lower so it's below the surface, and so the ditch will flow a little bit better. And then I'll build it up a fair amount over top with new material. And then there'll be some ditching work, and then trim some trees, and shave off some of this sod and grade what I can that's here. And then that'll be about 2 days of just running truckloads of material up here. It'll probably be between 16 and 20 loads. So it's a big long project. Should take about 4 days total. Alright, first culvert's in. I was able to get that quite a bit lower, which is great. Get it under the surface about 12 inches by the time the new driveway's in. I just kind of graded some of the native material that was here over top of it, over top of that clean stone that fills the ditch. So be traveled over the next week while I'm working here. And then once I get both culverts in, this ditching will get cleaned up quite a lot. I brought this down about a foot, so this whole ditch is going to come down about a foot up the hill there. And here's the second culvert. This one's in even worse shape than the first one. It's got a couple holes, and it's not deep enough to drain this puddle appropriately. So this one will come out and dig this one down and put the second one in. Same as the first. It's the start of day 2. I finished up this culvert on the first day. It's quite a bit lower than the one that was here, and I had to dig a little ditch out for it to get it low enough and get the water to flow. That should work a lot better than what was there. So today, we're just going to start ditching. Got about 1,600 feet of ditch to do. The first section will be right through here. So the ditch will start there and continue on all the way up the hill. That ditch is done all the way up the hill, and I pre-graded the material that's here all the way down to the main road. So now I'm moving on to cleaning out some of the existing ditches that are up on top of the hill. It's day 3, and we've already got 2 truckloads in so far. I dug out this morning, first thing, I dug out the top third of this culvert. I temporarily just filled it to the top with clean stone, so I dug that out, filled it in with plant mix and packed it in. And we've got about 200 foot, the first 200 feet covered. So only another 1,400 feet to go up the hill. It's day 4. I got 11 loads in yesterday. It's rough graded. Did a little more ditching. And then I've got this last section to do up to the house. And there's a little work to do around the garage. Should be able to get it all finished up today. And hopefully the rain holds off. It's been threatening rain the whole time, but it really hasn't rained too bad. So it's been nice. Almost done. I estimated that I would need 18 loads for this whole project, and I used 17, so that was pretty close. And it's afternoon of the 4th day, and the only thing I have left to do is a couple more final passes, and that's it, wrapped up. So on budget with schedule, on budget with quantity. That's what we like. And look at that view. It's time to do the last couple passes here and then pack it up. Fresh tracks.